Well, welcome everybody to our next lesson in our Advent series. And today we are going to continue to look at this chapter, lesson number 10. You make the chains that shackle you. This is part 2 of this lesson because I really think that the Ghost of Jacob Marley has a lot to teach us. If you remember correctly, the Ghost of Jacob Marley is the ghost of the partner of Scrooge. And he has introduced the fact that he is suffering from the choices that he made while he was alive, and that his appearance to Scrooge was to save him from the fate that he had suffered. And I'm just going to read some more from the Christmas Carol itself. The ghost is bound by double chains, and he cries out in incessant pain because he sees what he could have done. And it reads right now, not to know any Christian spirit working kindly in this little sphere, whatever it may be, it will find in its mortal life too short for the vast means of usefulness. Do you not know there's no space for regret that can make amends for a life opportunity misused? And yet it was I. Oh, it was I. But you are always a good man of business, Jacob, faltered Scrooge, who is beginning to apply this to himself. Business, cried the ghost, wringing his hands again. Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. The dealings of my trade were but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business. He upheld his chains at arm's length as if it were to cause all the unraveling grief, and flung it heavily upon the ground again. At this time of the year, the spectre said, I suffer the most. Why did I walk through the crowds of my fellow beings with my eyes turned down, and never raise them, so that the blessed star that led the wise men to the poor abode? Were there no poor homes to which its like could have been conducted by me? Scrooge was very much dismayed to hear the spectre go on. At this rate he began to quake exceedingly. You see, the ghost was regretting that he did not reach out to the people that were around him, that he had turned his eyes down, that he had willfully avoided seeing anybody. He wears the chains I forged in life. I made them link by link. We are living a life that's based on the choices that we've made. Luke 6:36. I'm emphasizing that because be merciful just as your Father is merciful. See, too many times, especially at this time of year, we get bombarded by requests and charity donations and stuff like this. And people really do open their hearts and their pocketbooks at this time of year. But with this COVID and everything else and the social isolating, many of us have gotten to the point of, I'll call it, appeal fatigue. And I'm just going to ask you that you would use your wisdom and your spirit in a way that would reach out to others. Remember that Christ died, but he also came and lived as a man. And what we are celebrating at Christmas is that. Are you doing like the ghost of Jacob Marley, turning your eyes down so that you don't see the people around you in need? In this day, then the need is even greater. I'm going to ask you just to look at things such as the Operation Christmas Child and Angel Tree, which is on our website, and take the time to donate and to reach out to those around you. There's a lot of ways that we can do this. So tomorrow we're going to look at the next lesson, which is Humility Enhances Vision. And we're going to start to meet the first of the three ghosts, the ghost of Christmas past. And I'm going to ask you just to keep everybody in prayer. And I thank you for listening.